I think all of us have seen at one time or another a beat at the beginning of a phrase or at the beginning of a song that leads into the first beat of the next measure. Now, they'll often tell you that this is a pickup beat, but very seldom do they tell you the full implications of a pickup beat, and that's what I want to do right now. For example, you may get to the end of the phrase and find that the last measure is incomplete. Some of you may have been puzzled by that. I know I was. I want to explain why that happens now. Okay, here's 4/4 time with the accent on the first beat and no pickup beat, and each measure has to have 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They clearly come in groups of 4. Now, it's not so clear what happens when you add a pickup beat. What really is happening is that the four beats have been moved over to past the imaginary bar line here at the beginning. So you have a group of 4 beats where the second beat is the accented beat. But you don't count it as 2, you count it as 1. So that's why you count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And by the way, that's why the last measure in the phrase may have only 3 beats in it without any rest. Because this shifted accent affects every measure after it happens in the pickup beat. Now that I've said that, I'm sure that somebody will be quick to tell me that that's not always true, and and in fact it is not always true. You have to kind of look at the way the entire phrase is structured and figure it out, and especially you know that it's happening if the last measure has fewer beats than it should have. The last measure, let's say this was the last measure, it should have 4 beats but it only has 3. Now let's see what happens when we shift 2 beats over prior to the first bar line. What we get is 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And the last measure in the phrase should have only 2 beats in it and no rests, no extra rests. Okay, so it's important to understand that this shifted beat will follow you throughout the entire phrase, at least, maybe the entire song. Okay, so last we have the last species of 4/4 time, where we've moved 3 beats, 2, 3, 4, before the bar line, the first bar line. So this is counted 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and the last measure in the phrase would have only 1 beat in it, and it might not have any rests. It might just end with 1 beat. Okay, so this is the 4 species of 4/4 time. 3/4 time has 3 species, which I discussed in the footnote. Basically they are like this. Here's 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the first. Then 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's the second. And 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And in years of reading sheet music, I can tell you I've run across every single one of these types of shifted time, and so it's a very valuable lesson to learn. Just for the sake of completeness, I'm going to play each of the 4 species of 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the top line. Second line. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's the second line. And here's the third line. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Finally, here's the 4th line. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that covers pickups. There is one more type of shifted accent that I have mentioned many times in my column, and that's the rolling wave pattern.